guys, welcome back to another video, the season preview. Each of us are going to be talking about our own respective teams and how we think they're going to perform for the upcoming 2021 season. At FDT-TV, we are all a bunch of friends talking about Arsenal, who's my team, West Ham and Liverpool. So I'm going to be talking specifically about certain areas of the upcoming season for Arsenal, current transfers, mainly the ins, and expectations for the upcoming season. Now I'm just going to talk briefly about rounding up last season. It was a poor start to the season under Unai Emery. We had 3 managers over the course of last season. Started with Unai Emery, he got sacked. Then Freddie Ljungberg come in, and then finishing with Mikel Arteta. Arteta was a bit sceptical amongst a lot of fans that he was going for the position before Unai Emery got the job. He's built up a lot of experience under Pep Guardiola, and the board now have seen it fit that he's the man for the job. There's a massive project that's being undertaken currently at Arsenal with Mikel Arteta at the forefront of the project. We have seen a load of redundancies over the last couple of weeks due to the COVID period. So we have seen that 55 people have sadly lost their jobs who have been working for Arsenal for a long time. It did come as a bit of a shock that these staff have lost their jobs, as players have committed to a salary sacrifice in order for these people not to lose their jobs. So it did kind of leave a bit of taste in the mouths of the players, because they were kind of assured that money was going to ensure that these people didn't lose their jobs. One of the things that are now a little bit concerning for these people that have lost their jobs is that we're still going out into the market to buy players. We have lost the head of recruitment, or the scouting network, so the transfers are now in the hands of the manager, Mikel Arteta, the head coach, Mikel Arteta, and also Edu. Edu and Arteta do know the values of the club. They've played at the club previously, now in more of a senior management role, head coach, and from what we have seen of the transfers so far, it looks as if we're pushing in the right direction. So as I said, the next section is about transfers. Some of the areas that we have had to recruit for, certainly over the last couple of years, last 10 years, is the defensive issues that Arsenal have been having. We can leak goals from stupid decisions. So we have seen Mikel Arteta and Edu go out into the transfer market and looking to bolster their defensive options, and it's now left us in a position where we have too many. So we are looking to get these people, or some of the players that are currently on the books, out. Some players that are running low on their contracts looking to ship off with the recruitments that we've had in. So some of the defensive issues, some of the defensive positions have been filled. In the January transfer window, we did see Pablo Mari and Cedric Suarez coming into the team. They've now officially signed long-term contracts with the club, whereas before they were on a loan basis. We've only seen glimpses of Mari before he got injured, but Arteta was looking for a left-footed left-footed central defender. Unfortunately, he did get injured, but from what we have seen, he does look quite solid. And secondly, we have seen, as I said, Cedric Suarez come in, who is mainly in the right-back position, but we have seen him recently play in the right wing-back position. Again, has shown glimpses and looks very promising. He's definitely going to be a good squad player. The next person was possibly one of the worst-kept secrets in the transfer market, Willian from Chelsea. He's a good player. He's a player I've admired even when he was playing for Chelsea, and I was really, really pleased when I heard that this transfer was potentially going through. It was dragging on for weeks. We did see him talking to some of the Arsenal players in the FA Cup final after the game, And I think it was at that point you kind of got the feeling that that deal was going to go through. I still think, despite his age, I still think that he's potentially got a lot to give over the next couple of seasons and has definitely bought into the Mikel Arteta project. And that was one of the reasons why he'd signed Arteta, for not just the Willian transfer. We've definitely seen that Arteta has some pulling power with some players, which I'll go on to in a minute. Just going back to Willian, he's a good attacking option. I think he had one of his best seasons under Chelsea last year. And he's scored goals, has got assists under his belt. Primarily used as a winger, I believe, at Chelsea, but I think Mikel Arteta is looking to bring him in as more of an attacking midfielder, possibly a creative midfielder role, so where Mesut Ozil used to sit. And I definitely think he's going to do wonders for us this year. William Saliba is another defender that we have acquired. This isn't really a new transfer, but it's an addition to the squad because we signed him last year and he's now officially joined Arsenal after his loan spell with St Etienne. Again, we haven't really seen much of Saliba in the Arsenal team just yet, but he does come highly rated, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him in the centre-back positions with some of the more experienced players, possibly David Luiz, just to get him bedded into the team. And from what we have seen of him in the glimpses, he does look very promising. Another defender that we have seen in is Gabriel Magalhaes, I think his name is pronounced. This is a transfer that I'd spoken about on the transfers episode. If you want to go check out that video, I'll put the links in somewhere. That transfer seemed to gather momentum very, very quickly. There were other clubs that were interested in him, the likes of Napoli, Manchester United. I think PSG were also a club touting him. And then it kind of went a little bit quiet. Were we going to sign him? Napoli had apparently got a gentleman's agreement with Lille in order to get him. Lille. But we didn't know for sure whether it was going to be coming through. That deal was confirmed fairly recently. Again, I don't know much about the player, but he does come highly rated. I think he was rated one of the top 5 defenders in Europe. And because of the pull of Mikel Arteta, he's signed the club on a long-term contract. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the central defence, possibly pairing up with the likes of Saliba as well. Hopefully sorting out some of the defensive issues that we've seen and come to know well as Arsenal fans. Dani Ceballos. I've been very vocal about this player on Twitter. Recently, there's been talks about your Thomas Partey's, your Hassim Aouar, I think that's how you say his name, coming into the team, and I've seen a lot of frustration from Arsenal fans, saying we need to go out, we need to get your Thomas Partey, we need to get Aouar. I think Hassim, I think is his first name, so we'll go with that. But to be honest, when Dani Ceballos joined the team last year, we did see glimpses of it under Unai Emery, then kind of fell out of favour. He did get injured, and we were wondering whether he was going to get back into the team. Since Mikel Arteta come back into the team, took over the team, we did see glimpses of Dani Ceballos before we went into lockdown. And since we come back, he was rated as the number 1 player for passes, interceptions, running, and he was absolutely outstanding. He's a player that that had we signed him again, which we have, he's a player that wouldn't need to adapt to the Premier League because he knows the Premier League. He played there all last season. You could see his passion during the end of the season when we were scoring goals, him celebrating, getting down on his knees. We've seen him play in the FA Cup final. Again, absolutely amazing And you saw his reaction once we won the trophy. Once Aubameyang scored his second goal, he's a player that loves the club. Mikel Arteta really, really fancies him. That sounds dodgy. Really fancies him as a player, and I think that is one of the best bits of business that we've done. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen in that contract is potentially a loan with an option to buy at the end of that, because at the end of this year he could then go back to Real Madrid, and we've potentially lost out on a really good player. But I suppose it depends on how he performs this season. But from what I have seen of him, I'm really glad he's back in the team, and I think he's going to do brilliantly this year. The other one that we are waiting on, and that seems to have been dragging on for weeks, is the signing of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, our captain, goal scorer. We need to get him signed. I'm still waiting for the official communication. Apparently, it's not a case of if, it's now a case of when. We've not got long till the season starts. He's got 1 year left on his contract. There has been other interest from other teams previously, apparently. But from what I've heard from other videos, from other articles that I've read, that the deal is practically done. We're just waiting for the official communication. I'm not sure why it's taking so long, but Aubameyang, please, you need to sign. Make us all happy, and hopefully announce it this week before the start of the season. So as I've said, the expectations for the new season, it did start off very well. The usual curtain raiser of the Community Shield. We beat Liverpool on penalties to raise another piece of silverware. So the FA Cup and the Community Shield, not bad considering Mikel Arteta's only been in the job 6 to 8 months. Don't get me wrong, the Community Shield, I personally think is a glorified friendly. But it is nice to win another piece of silverware, and it does build that winning mentality for the teams. It is going to be a bit of a whirlwind season, obviously due to the pandemic. And one of the positives that we've seen that we've heard over the last couple of weeks is fans being reintegrated back into the stadiums. And I think Arsenal are looking to get our fans, or some of our fans, back in for October. I think it's the Sheffield United game in October. Rumoured to be around about 15,000 fans back into the stadium, but my God, is going to be positive for the fans going to being able to go and watch the football, and also it's definitely going to give the players a massive lift hearing some of our supporters back in the stadiums, because they've been playing now since July. Been playing since July without any fans, and it must be really weird for them trying to get themselves G'd up for the occasion, but having some of the fans back into the stadium is definitely going to be a massive lift for the players. Our expectation, or my expectation certainly for this year, is definitely going to be a push for the top 4. I think if we end up falling outside of this, it could potentially be a massive failure, especially if we don't win any silverware. We've made some good recruitments into the team, as I've just explained, and the transfers in. But I do think that we need to push for the Champions League positions this year. Obviously, if we get any higher, fantastic. But there was such a massive gap between us and the teams above us. But I do think the recruitment has been really good in this transfer window. From looking at what we've seen with other teams, I think it's definitely going to give us more of a push, and going to close that gap slightly in order to get us in to the top 4 this year. We've been outside of the Champions League for far too long, and we definitely deserve to be back there. But obviously that comes on merit. You've got to earn it. And I really hope that Arsenal do that this year. I would like to see us win another trophy. And I do feel that Mikel Arteta is going to be pushing for us for all the titles that he can. I think the Premier League trophy is definitely out of our reach as it stands at the moment. However, we have got the FA Cup, possibly a League Cup. That's a trophy that I don't remember ever seeing us win, and I would like to see us win it. And also we are in the Europa League this year. Again, luckily through winning the FA Cup. would love to see us win that as well to get back into the Champions League. But hopefully with the top 4 as well, we will definitely, or I say definitely, it's not definite. The season's not even started yet. But I would like to see us within the top 4 to get back into the Champions League. And if we fall just short of that, then to win the Europa League to get us back into the Champions League, because I think that's where we belong. So do us proud, boys. I do expect a lot of things from the team. I know, and it's going to be a massive adjustment period with the new signings that we have, but I have every faith in Mikel Arteta for this season, and I hope you keep going the way you have been since you've been at the club as the manager, and bring us some more silverware for this year. Come on, you Gunners! So thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. As I said, we've got Phil and Ian's video, so make sure you go check those out if you're a West Ham fan or just want to listen to people talking about football. We're not professionals. We're just 3 mates who enjoy talking about football. The podcast is coming back. The prediction show is coming back. More challenges coming up as well since lockdown has been eased, so we're going to be able to meet up together more to do some more football challenges for you. The release of FIFA 21 coming out shortly, so we may look to do some videos on that, although we're all rubbish. It still should be a good laugh. I definitely am a good candidate for a rage compilation, so stay tuned for those. And also we have the fitness challenge, which is currently going on between myself and Ian. We're a week into it, and remember, it's down to you guys to pick the winner, so make sure you check out our other videos and find out what you need to do. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Peace. Hi guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.